From the 16th century up until the beginning of the colonial period, India was the richest place in the world. It had 2 harvests, all the diamonds in the world, much of the gold, the spice trade, the textiles, and the Tudors came here not as part of some sort of aid project, but because this is where the cash was. India had a brief period of poverty at the end of the colonial period and the beginning of the post-colonial period. Now is reverting to its natural state at the centre of world trade.
It's almost become trendy to come here. I think in the old days, coming to India was like a huge decision. Why would you go there? And it's a bit unusual. Now everyone knows someone who's gone to India. It's built up a kind of steam of its own coming to live here. But in fact, people come from a huge range of reasons. It could be because they're married to an Indian, it could be for business reasons, and obviously there's so many more business people coming here. Others will come here for reasons, you know, they want to study yoga, or they want to study Sanskrit, or they're interested in Hinduism, they're interested in music and in dance, a whole range of sort of cultural traditions which still command an incredible amount of interest in the West.
India is one of the fastest growing economies globally. And obviously, if you look down the line, the next 10-15 years, India will become one of the most important economies in the world.
As a multinational, if you're not present in India, you will miss the boat. You have to be here right now. So there's a lot of focus on India.
I just think it's wonderful to be here now, where instead of a kind of sealed off environment, India is waking up and again taking full advantage of all of their resources, especially their people resources, and moving ahead instead of, you know, they're very active with business and commerce, and certainly in the computer field. So I'm finding it to be a great time to be here, because no one's sitting there saying I'm in a poor country. They're saying I'm in a country that's going somewhere.
My parents left India when I was about 3 years old, because for them the work environment was better, job prospects were much safer there in the UK than they were in India at the time. We've actually done the reverse. We've come here with a 3-year-old because the jobs prospects are better here in India than they were in London. The medical facilities are much better here. Schooling is of much higher quality, in my opinion.
I love the country. I love travelling in this country. You meet incredible people, you see amazing sights. I find it fascinating, and I just want to share that with people. You know, yes, what I do fundamentally is sell holidays, but I don't look at the bottom line. What I want to do is create an experience so that everybody who comes here goes back feeling like I do about the country.
You see so many more international brands coming up and international cuisines coming into Delhi, and that's a good thing. I really like it.
This country has changed in the 3 years that I've certainly been here as well. Just if you take small aspects like shopping, in 2007 I think there were a handful of malls in the suburbs of the city where you'd have to go out, trek out for 1 hour just to get there, and you'd probably come across 5 or 6 big brands, international brands. Now the malls are all over the place. You can get everything from high-end luxury to day-to-day brands.
One of the reasons for my wife to give labor here is because the hospitals are very good. There are a few private hospitals in Delhi, and I found that the service was really good.
When we knew we were having a baby, we thought about going back to the UK, and then we realized that the healthcare here is much better. It's more patient orientated, facilities are better, the hospital is much better than the one where we had our first child as well. So for us it was never really a decision to go back to the UK.
I don't feel unsafe here, no. That's really a thing that is actually very positive living here. I didn't expect that I would feel so safe here. Actually more safe than I felt in Amsterdam sometimes.
Physically, I feel safer than I've ever felt in any other country. I've heard Bombay and other places are incredibly safe. I've thought about that once in a while because you're in DC, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you do look over your shoulder and you don't go to certain parts of the town. Here, I feel completely safe. I'll take an auto any time of day.
Indian life is it's a very colorful life, full of challenges, opportunities, and it's never boring. I mean, it's colorful in like colors. If you look around you, you see all colors of the rainbow, but it's colorful of the cultures live here, colorful of different mindsets, colorful of name it, and it's here. I mean, everything you're looking for in life you can find in India.
The fact that there's so much around that you're never alone or isolated here. That there will always be someone who knocks on your door, whether it's neighbors who are popping in to see how you are. That aspect, I think, is not something you get in the UK now.
When we moved into our house, we also did a puja and an opening, and I have also Ganesh at the entrance, and I do believe in these kind of things. So I also did, of course, a puja here when my shop opened, and all things when my son was born, and you know, yeah.
It's a fun aspect of the Indian culture that we can probably take back, because in Australia everything Indian is in fashion, and Bollywood dancing classes were on offer even before I came to India. But I thought, no, I'll do it. I'll learn it from the real experts.
When living here in India for long periods, it's a treasure you find. And moving to another country, that means maybe I find this treasure again, but I have my doubts. I think India is a special thing which you cannot find in other countries around the world.
I take back from India warmth, the colors, the generosity of the people, the helpful, the open-mindedness, and last but not least, and actually the most important thing for me, I take lifetime friendship. I have a couple of good friends gained in India, and I'm sure this is a lifetime friendship.